Hey there, and welcome back to my channel, Weirdly O.C.D. This is the first cleaning installment of Spring Cleaning 2020. I'm keeping this thing 100% real and authentic. I woke up this morning and have not changed yet. I've got a lovely toothpaste stain here on my shirt from last night before going to bed. My hair is not combed, but I wanted to get this started. So, also in this video, we're going to start in the basement, and I'm going to be doing voiceovers while you watch me clean. Some of it's going to be sped up, some of it's going to be normal time, and I'm doing the voiceover for two reasons. One, it'll just be easier for me to shoot me cleaning a bunch and voice over it. It'll be faster editing, and it'll just be easier, so I don't have to continually try to set up shots to show me doing what I'm doing, and then also set up shots to talk to you. And the second reason that I'm doing the voiceover is because I'm going to be listening to music on my phone while I'm cleaning, and I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike for using copywritten music in my videos. Even if it's in the background, it'll get detected and it'll get flagged, and I'll probably lose monetization on it, or it'll get removed. So I don't want to take that chance. So those are the reasons I'm going to be doing voiceovers, at least in this video. If it goes well, I'll probably end up doing it in the rest of the Spring Clean series of videos. But today, as I said, we are starting in the basement. It is about 20 till 11 in the morning. I really wanted to get started a little bit sooner than this, but I woke up, made some coffee, got sucked into the news and them talking about all the new lovely updates with the coronavirus. So, now I know a lot of people right now are probably doing their spring cleaning. Whether you meant to do it this early in the year, which it's not, I guess, really early. It is April already. Or you planned on doing it later, or maybe not even a deep clean at all. You're probably doing it now because a lot of people are stuck at home because their places of employment have either completely shut down or they've been reassigned to work from home. So, we are all in this together. Hashtag alone together. I've seen that a lot going around. So, hope you hang around and we'll clean this basement up together. It's been a little bit since I've cleaned it, I'll be honest. I'm a bit ashamed of what the carpeted steps look like, but you'll see it. I'll show a close-up of it. I'm going to be real and honest with you, as I said. And there's going to be surfaces that I wipe down here that I don't normally do. I don't think I've ever wiped down the handrail of the stairs, but I'm going to be doing that. And just taking a few extra precautions because of what's going on. So let's get this thing started. We're going to go ahead and get started with the stairs here. I'm just kind of showing you what the beginning stages of the basement steps look like. As you can see, I have not vacuumed them in quite some time. And now I'm going to go ahead and wipe down the railing. Honestly, I don't think I've ever wiped down this railing in the almost now 4 years that we've lived in this house. But since it's spring cleaning time and with the whole coronavirus thing going on, I thought it would probably be best. So I'm going to go ahead and vacuum the steps here. And I'm using a Dyson vacuum that my mom actually gave me a little while back. As you know, if you've been watching for a little while, a couple months ago, I had bought a Bissell vacuum cleaner from an online company. It worked out great at the beginning, but then the cord was frayed in 3 different spots after only having it for about a month. And when I would plug it in, it smelled like smoke. So I returned it. And thankfully my mom gifted me with this. It's a vacuum I got her, well over 10 years ago. But she got a new vacuum within the last year, so she let me have the Dyson. The only bad part, as you can see, about the Dyson is that it doesn't have a handle feature that you can use by itself. So I had to literally carry the entire vacuum up the steps to get to the higher steps. And this is not a light vacuum. If you own a Dyson, they are not light. I definitely think I'm going to invest, possibly in the near future, a one of those lightweight vacuums, the ones you can maybe hang on the wall, and preferably something that has a detachable hand part. So even though I'm in the basement, I still want to get the trim along the top of the ceiling, around the doors, and as you can see here, along the baseboard. Now, we don't honestly use the basement for a whole lot. We go down here to do the laundry. Once in a while, Tony will go down here to smoke cigarettes. But other than that, that's pretty much all the use that the basement gets. I kind of look of it as a big storage unit. Now, eventually, we do want to redo some sections of the basement. There actually is a storage area, that door that you can kind of see there to the left. That's the laundry room, and it does have storage in there, but I would like to redo it. So all the shelves in there are all the same type of shelves, same width, height, all that good stuff. But that would be a project later on down the road. The other side of the basement, the door that is behind me there on the right of your screen, is actually a room that goes from the length of the entire house. What I would love to have over on in that room would be a pool table or a skee ball table or something to that effect. My overall idea or plan in my head for the basement would be to have it kind of set up sort of like a lounge / gentleman's club type feel. If you think back to, where they'd have the round poker tables and things like that, I'd kind of like to have that feel down there. In the living room here, I would love to have a round game table. Later on in the video, there'll be a spot that I'm going to be cleaning where eventually I would like to have a built-in bar, maybe a flat panel TV up on the wall somewhere down here, so we could have friends over and come down there and actually make use of the space, play some games, have some drinks, watch some TV or whatever we may decide. But that is the eventual goal of the basement. Oh, now we'll get to my quick dance break. I was getting a tad bored, and now I'm debating on where I want to move on next as far as cleaning. Now, even though this is the basement, and as I said just a moment ago, we don't use it a whole lot. Every once in a great while we might have some people down there, but again, it's not for long periods of time because we don't have television down there. We don't have games, like a pool table or a dartboard or anything like that. I do like to have it looking nice though, because we do have friends that come in from out of town, and even though we do have a guest room upstairs with 2 twin beds, once in a while we'll get like that extra person or something, and they may come down here to sleep on that couch. So I do like to keep it looking decent. I'm not as picky about the basement when it comes to tidiness and cleanliness as I am the main floor of the house. But there's no reason that it can't be picked up once in a while. So I figured also I would start with the basement in the spring clean series because, again, that's a part of the house that I'm not too particular about, so I figured it wouldn't take me very long and I could just get it out of the way so I can move on to the more important sections of the house, specifically the main floor of the house. Now, this furniture here that I'm vacuuming off was actually our former living room furniture upstairs in our main living room. Parts of it were from thrift stores or garage sales or online thrift groups, things like that. The couch is actually from a rent-to-own furniture company. It used to be part of our old living room suite, and sadly that couch is the only part of that living room suite that we still own. The love seat that came with it, the 2 end tables, 2 lamps, the ottoman, and the rug have all been sold. But we did get rid of this, so we moved it to the basement, along with these 2 chairs that were in the living room previously as well. I don't know if you can see on this hose or not,
But there was actually a hole on the hose of this vacuum cleaner that I ended up wrapping shipping tape around probably 6 or 7 times um, because I needed a vacuum. Um, and it was a pretty minor thing, so it was a pretty easy fix and it worked perfectly fine. Now, the picture that I was just vacuuming off, my dad actually made that, and it hung up in his first apartment. And I was over at their house one time and asked him if I could have it because they weren't hanging it anywhere or making any use of it. So he let me have it. So all these cords down here, some of it I'm getting rid of. A couple of things are extension cords that I'm going to put in storage. Another one was to a landline phone. We used to have a landline phone number. We no longer have that though, so we'll be selling that. Now, one main purpose of the whole spring cleaning process for us is, one, obviously to get the house clean, get areas, again, like the basement that aren't cleaned often, cleaned, looking nice, smelling good. But another part of it is because we need to have a garage sale this spring. Honestly, the sooner the better. Because there are just some things in our house that we need to get rid of. And I know in past videos, time and time again, I have talked about, going through, purging things, getting rid of things that you no longer need or want or have a use for. Because honestly, your trash could be somebody's treasure. So we started a garage sale pile in the garage, ironically, about maybe a month ago. Our dining room's theme was owls, but we decided to go away from that theme. So we are going to be getting rid of probably 90% of the owls that we had in our dining room and putting those in a garage sale. But there are some things in the basement that I would like to get rid of. Of course, me and Tony are always in agreement of things that we will be getting rid of, because pretty much everything that we have in this house we've purchased together. So we obviously want to make those decisions together on what to get rid of and what to keep. Now, I will say there are a few things that we've kind of hesitated on getting rid of because of the memory of buying that item and kind of the emotional connection possibly to that item. But at the same time, we know that we can't just hang on to things just to hang on to them. If it's not being displayed, if it's not being used, we are going to put it in the garage sale pile. So, as you can tell, our furniture style is predominantly mid-century, 50s, 60s, 70s. They just made really good furniture back then. Let's be honest. They made it for quality, not quantity like they do today. Surprisingly, I didn't find too many cobwebs down in the basement. I figured I would find quite a few more than I did, but I didn't, and that was nice. It's probably been at least 6 months since I've done a really good cleaning down here, so I figured I would find more, but I didn't. However, I'm still being proactive. I'm still vacuuming the corners, the trim, the baseboards, things like that, just so it doesn't get out of hand. I mean, it is a basement, so obviously we're going to have some cobwebs. You're going to come across the occasional little spider or something like that. But all in all, it's not too bad. Now, it is a finished basement. As you can see, there's carpet on the floor. There is some drywall up. There is a cinder block wall there, you can see. I do want to put drywall up in front of that. That's obviously a future project, hopefully not too far in the future, but it is something that I would like to do. I also would love to put wood paneling down here to make that gentleman's club slash game room feel a little bit more authentic, but we'll see what happens. Right now, we want to really have that garage sale and get rid of things we don't need, because unless we got to work around and move around to get our house to the way we want it, obviously the better. And those tables that are there on each side of that couch, I'm not sure why, but one turns, as you've seen earlier, and the one I was just moving does not. Even though they're the same end tables, I don't know why. Same with those blue chairs, one rocks and one doesn't. So, who has seen a floor console TV like this in quite some time? Now, this does work. We did get it from an online sale posting for $40. It does turn on, but it is not hooked up to any cable. I'd love to know how to hook it up to digital cable because I'd love to be able to move it to the living room on our main floor of the house and use it. But I don't know how to do that. I don't know the process in that. If anybody would happen to know that and could leave the steps in the comments below, I would greatly appreciate that because it would certainly add to the authenticity of the style for our home. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I do want to eventually have a built-in bar in the basement, and this is the area I want to do it in. This is the corner. So from that post there on the left side of your screen that has wood paneling on it to the wall that is next to that fireplace is where I would like to build it. So you could go behind there and make some drinks. You could sit at the bar, but also turn around and talk to people who are maybe sitting at a game table, or turn around and watch some TV. I know a flat panel isn't with the mid-century style, but it'd be nice to have a big flat panel on the wall so we could enjoy that down there as well.
All right. Whew. All right. A little sweaty, but hey, it's worth it, right? Anyway, so the living room portion of the basement is done, and that's all I intended to film in this video. So I'm going to show you the end result. So here's the steps. Got those all vacuumed off, the railing wiped off, as you've seen. Over here, got all this wiped off, all the furniture moved, vacuumed under, vacuumed on, wiped down, put back into place. That is a real fireplace. It's it's got a heat thing in it, but we don't have it plugged in or anything. And then I kind of catty-cornered this console TV and then put that chair there. So there is the end result of the living room section of the basement. So I hope you enjoyed this first installment of Spring Clean 2020. Make sure to check out the playlist below to keep up with the videos in this mini-series. And stay tuned for the next installment. Not sure which room that's going to be yet. And if anybody was curious as to why I didn't do the entire basement in this video, the other sections of the basement we actually kind of want to remodel and do different things too, so I'm not going to bother like super duper cleaning it because it's just going to get torn apart anyway. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed my commentary.